Egypt. Just the name conjures images. Images of vast deserts stretching as far as the eye can see, of ancient monuments standing tall against the test of time. It's a land where history and mystery intertwine, creating a tapestry of stories waiting to be unraveled. Pyramids piercing a cerulean sky, mysteries buried for millennia. These colossal structures, built with precision and purpose, have stood the test of time, guarding secrets of a civilization long gone. Each stone, each angle, tells a story of ingenuity and ambition. I'm not talking about the tourist traps, the packaged tours. Those are just the surface, a mere glimpse into what Egypt truly offers. Beyond the crowds and the guided tours lies a world rich in culture and tradition, waiting to be explored. I'm talking about the real deal, the gritty, vibrant heart of a country pulsating with life. The bustling bazaars where the air is thick with the scent of spices, the lively streets where every corner holds a new discovery. This is the Egypt that captivates the soul. We've all seen the documentaries, heard the stories, tales of pharaohs and gods, of epic battles and grand monuments. But these are just fragments of a much larger picture, pieces of a puzzle that only begins to make sense when you experience it firsthand. But nothing prepares you for the sensory overload that is Egypt. The vibrant colors, the cacophony of sounds, the rich tapestry of life that unfolds before your eyes. It's a place where every sense is engaged, where every moment is filled with wonder. The minute you step off the plane, you're hit with a wave of heat, a cacophony of sound. It's disorienting, exhilarating. The air is thick with anticipation, the promise of adventure hanging in the balance. You're stepping into a world that is both ancient and alive. You're not in Kansas anymore. This is a land where the past and present coexist in a delicate dance, where every street and alleyway holds a story waiting to be told. It's a place that challenges your perceptions and invites you to see the world through a different lens. Maybe you're here for the history, maybe you're seeking adventure, the allure of ancient ruins, the call of the desert, the promise of uncovering something extraordinary. Egypt offers all this and more, a treasure trove of experiences waiting to be discovered. Or maybe, like me, you're just drawn to the unknown. The thrill of stepping into uncharted territory, of uncovering secrets that have been buried for centuries. It's a journey of discovery, a quest for knowledge and understanding. Whatever your reason, Egypt welcomes you with open arms and 1,000 questions. It's a place that invites curiosity, that challenges you to look beyond the surface and delve deeper into its rich history and culture. But trust me, the answers are out there. In the ancient ruins, in the bustling markets, in the stories of the people who call this land home. Each discovery, each encounter brings you closer to understanding the true essence of Egypt. You just have to know where to look. It's a journey that requires patience and curiosity, a willingness to explore and discover. But the rewards are immeasurable, the experience is unforgettable, so take a step into the unknown and let Egypt reveal its secrets to you. Stepping off the plane in Cairo felt like stepping into a furnace. The heat was immediate and intense, wrapping around me like a heavy blanket. It wasn't just the temperature, it was the humidity that made it feel like I was walking through a thick, invisible wall. I had always imagined Egypt to be a land of dry, arid deserts, but this was something entirely different. Not the dry heat of the desert I'd imagined, but a thick, humid wall of it. The streets were alive with people, each one seemingly battling the oppressive heat in their own way. Some fanned themselves with whatever they could find, while others sought refuge in the shade of buildings or under the awnings of street vendors. The air buzzed with the chaotic symphony of a city awakening. Vendors shouted their wares, children laughed and played, and the constant hum of conversation filled the air. It was a sensory overload, but in the best possible way. The city was alive, and it was impossible not to get caught up in its energy. Car horns blared a discordant welcome, weaving between calls to prayer echoing from a distant minaret. The sounds blended together, creating a unique soundtrack that was unmistakably Cairo. It was a city that never seemed to sleep, always bustling with activity no matter the time of day. Cairo's energy hit me before I even cleared customs. The airport was a hive of activity, with people from all walks of life converging in one place. There was a sense of organized chaos, with everyone moving with purpose, yet somehow managing to avoid colliding with one another. A dizzying blend of old and new. Ancient buildings stood side by side with modern skyscrapers, creating a skyline that was both timeless and contemporary. It was a visual representation of Cairo itself, a city that honored its past while embracing the future. Donkeys pulling carts alongside late-model Mercedes, It was a juxtaposition that seemed almost surreal, yet it was a common sight in Cairo. The old and the new coexisted in a way that was both harmonious and jarring, a testament to the city's unique character. Women shrouded in black niqabs beside others in jeans and t-shirts, faces framed by fashionable sunglasses. The diversity was striking, a visual reminder of the many different cultures and traditions that called Cairo home. It was a city where the past and present, tradition and modernity existed side by side. It was a sensory feast, a culture clash in overdrive. The markets were a riot of color and sound, with stalls overflowing with goods ranging from traditional crafts to modern electronics. The air was filled with the scent of spices and the sound of haggling, creating an atmosphere that was both chaotic and exhilarating. The drive into the city was a blur of color and motion. The streets were a kaleidoscope of activity, with cars, buses, and pedestrians all vying for space. It was a chaotic dance, but one that seemed to have its own rhythm and order. Dusty streets lined with shops bursting with wares. Every corner seemed to hold a new discovery, from tiny boutiques selling handmade jewelry to bustling markets offering fresh produce and spices. It was a shopper's paradise, with something to catch the eye at every turn. Spiced aromas of street food mingled with the scent of exhaust fumes and something distinctly Egyptian. It was intoxicating, overwhelming. The food vendors were everywhere, offering a tantalizing array of dishes that made my mouth water. The smell of grilled meats, fresh bread, and exotic spices filled the air, creating a sensory experience that was impossible to resist. I was home and utterly lost, all at the same time. The city was a maze of streets and alleys, each one leading to new adventures and discoveries. It was a place where I could lose myself and find myself all at once. A city that was both familiar and foreign. Cairo had a way of making you feel like you belonged, even if you were a stranger. It was a city that welcomed you with open arms, ready to share its secrets and stories with anyone willing to listen. The pyramids, majestic, ancient, and shrouded in mystery. They have stood the test of time, witnessing the rise and fall of civilizations, the ebb and flow of human history. These colossal structures are not just monuments, they are the very essence of human ambition and ingenuity. You can read about them, study them, watch countless documentaries. You can immerse yourself in the pages of history books, or lose yourself in the mesmerizing visuals of films and documentaries. Yet, all these mediums only scratch the surface of the true grandeur and mystery that the pyramids embody. But nothing, absolutely nothing, prepares you for the sheer awe-inspiring scale of these ancient giants. Standing before them, you are struck by their immense size, their silent dominance over the landscape. They are not just structures, they are a testament to the human spirit, to the dreams and aspirations of a civilization long gone. They rise from the desert sands, defying time and gravity, a testament to human ingenuity and ambition. Each stone, each block, meticulously placed with a precision that baffles modern engineers. They stand as a reminder of what humanity can achieve when driven by vision and determination. Standing at the foot of the Great Pyramid, I felt dwarfed, insignificant. The sheer scale of it is overwhelming. You can't help but feel a deep sense of respect and admiration for the people who built it. Their legacy, carved in stone, has endured for millennia, inspiring countless generations. To think, these stones were quarried, transported, and assembled with nothing but sheer manpower and unwavering faith. The logistics alone are mind-boggling. How did they move these massive stones? How did they achieve such precision without modern tools? These questions add to the mystique and allure of the pyramids. It's humbling, terrifying, and utterly exhilarating all at once. The emotions you feel are a mix of awe, wonder, and a touch of fear. You're standing in the presence of something truly monumental, something that has stood the test of time and will continue to do so long after we are gone. The Sphinx too holds you captive with its enigmatic gaze. This half-lion, half-human figure is as mysterious as the pyramids themselves. Its eyes seem to follow you as if guarding the secrets of the past, challenging you to uncover them. Half-lion, half-human, its weathered features seem to hold the secrets of millennia. What stories could it tell, this silent guardian of the desert? What ancient wisdom does it possess, locked away in its stone visage? What stories could it tell, this silent guardian of the desert? What forgotten pharaohs has it watched over? The Sphinx stands as a sentinel, a keeper of secrets, its gaze fixed on the horizon, as if waiting for the return of the kings and queens it once protected. What forgotten pharaohs has it watched over? The hieroglyphs and statues that surround it tell tales of glory and power, of gods and mortals. They are a window into a world that once was, a world that continues to captivate our imagination. Just being in its presence sends shivers down your spine. The air is thick with history, with the weight of centuries. You can't help but feel a connection to the past, to the people who once walked these sands, who once gazed upon these same monuments with the same sense of wonder and awe. Forget sterile shopping malls. Cairo's Khan El Khalili market is a sensory explosion, a labyrinthine maze of narrow alleyways overflowing with life. This is where you come to get lost, to haggle for treasures, to experience the true rhythm of the city. The air hangs thick with the scent of spices, cumin, turmeric, cardamom, their pungent aromas mingling with the sweet perfume of shisha smoke and strong dark coffee. Vendors hawk their wares with practiced ease, their voices a melodic backdrop to the rhythmic clang of a coppersmith's hammer. Silks and spices, perfumes and papyrus, the choices are endless, overwhelming. But the real treasure lies in the haggling, the banter between vendor and customer. It's a dance, a test of wills, and a whole lot of fun. Just remember, everything's negotiable. Let's be honest, Egypt can be a shock to the system. It's a world away from the familiar comforts of home. The language barrier, the customs, the sheer intensity of it all can leave you feeling overwhelmed, disoriented. But that's part of the beauty of it. Stepping outside your comfort zone, embracing the unfamiliar, it's in those moments of what the hell am I doing here, that you truly start to see, to feel, to understand. Sure, you'll get lost, you'll probably get ripped off once or twice, and yes, that hand gesture you thought meant one thing, yeah, it means something completely different here, but you'll laugh about it later, I promise, it's all part of the adventure.